MaSter Debaters, chumps. This is the show where we solve pop culture's problems one outrage at a time. I'm Abe, self-acclaimed host of the show, and joining me are three other people that have never called anyone a garbage human before. First up, it's the man who's cheating on us with other podcasts, the always cool and collected Jamil.
Abe, you are such a garbage person.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Second up, it's the woman heading up the East Coast Objectivist Fan Club, Amanda.
Yeah.
Got nothing for that, huh?
I got nothing ever.
We were talking right before we started about how much show prep you guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And finally, if you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find him, maybe you can get Kyle to be a last-minute guest.
Yeah. Hold the fuck on. Are we all wearing blue?
Looks like it.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
I didn't notice.
Oh, dear.
I didn't notice at all.
I just did.
That's funny.
Oh, dear.
Oh, well.
Synergy.
Yeah, we'll try and press on. We'll try and get through this together. All right, so as you know, this is a debate show. I'm going to throw out three topics. I'm going to give each of you 60 seconds to make your points, and then I'm cutting you off and moving on to the next person. Let's get into it. Let's get into topic one. A couple weeks back on the Wonder Woman Roundtable, love was brought up. Specifically, Justin had a problem with love not being defined in the movie. So I put it to you, my dear panel. Let's define love tonight. Let's start defining love tonight. So I want to know, what is your favorite romantic couple in TV, movies, comics, what have you? And Jamil, you're going to kick us off.
I thought long and hard about this as in 10 minutes. No, for me, it's always been Dan and Roseanne, or controversially, Heathcliff and Claire Huxtable. Those two relationships to me, represents what I see. Like Dan and Roseanne is a more realistic couple, which is what I always love. While Claire and Heathcliff was more idealized, is what you want in a wife and a husband team, in what you want as parents. Where like Dan and Roseanne represents, how it actually is, more or less. If you've ever been a parent, if you've ever been in a long-term relationship, it's more like Dan and Roseanne. So, like for me, it's probably Dan and Roseanne.
All right, you got a few seconds left. You done? All right. When Heathcliff Huxtable offered Sandra some allergy pills, I got really uncomfortable. Amanda, let's go over to you.
Okay, I'm going to take a route similar to Jamil, where I don't think the beginning of relationships is, as shown in movies, is ever really plausible, and I don't like it when they try to make the relationship feel earned by just making it tragic. So I thought about like a realistic middle maturity couple, and I realized, I looked at my bookshelf and I was like, wow, these two, they're both scientists. They both have a love of each other and what they're studying and a pursuit of the truth. She's an animal psychologist. He's an archaeologist. And at one point he even says, honey, I would rather you be alive and with me than dead and right. And I just think they're such a great couple. Zira and Cornelius from Planet of the Apes.
Wow. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
You're welcome.
Oh,
That's outside of
Kyle, kill it.
Mine is so much lamer than that. I really, really, really like Marshall and Lily on How I Met Your Mother. I think that they start out with they get all the dramatic stuff in their relationship out of the way early on, and then the rest of it is just as realistic as that show gets, look at how long-term relationships can function and how much it takes a lot of looks at the idea that you never really run out of firsts if you are really devoted to the other person. You can always find new firsts. You can always find new ways to explore and grow and do new different things. And it goes through so many different phases of their relationship because it was a long ass show. And I just think that it did a really good job at it. I really, really like those two. So yeah.
Oh, you got 1 second. All right, you're done. Really? Okay, just you made it through How I Met Your Mother, the whole series, Kyle?
I absolutely love How I Met Your Mother, the whole series.
And Battlestar Galactica just wasn't up to snuff. It just wasn't up to fucking snuff. Is that it?
I just lost interest in it. At least the sitcoms are easier. They're just a lot easier for me to get through. It's quicker, lighter fare. Battlestar just didn't really hold my attention. That's not to say it won't ever. You know what I mean? Like I'll give it another shot at some point. I never abandoned anything.
All right. Amanda, you really went interesting. Was it Zira and Cornelius? Is that the which version? Is that the 68 Planet Apes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I cannot remember the remake of Planet Apes.
I don't remember that one at all either.
Personally, my favorite couple, I have to admit, is Clarence and Alabama from True Romance. I love those two.
I knew you was gonna say that shit. I knew there's such an Abe answer.
What?
There's such a fucking Abe answer.
What?
Nothing.
I almost said Mickey and Mallory. Come on now.
I knew your answer was gonna be one of those two. I knew it somehow. I knew those were gonna be one of your two answers. It was gonna be some Quentin Tarantino shit. I knew it.
Not a real romance unless the ghost of Elvis is involved. Eh?
Right. If Elvis isn't telling you what to do, I don't know how you can do it. All right. It was some pretty good topics, and I think we're starting to get a handle on love. Maybe we'll delve into this further in more episodes. Let's get into topic 2.
What is love?
Netflix is introducing choose-your-own-adventure style movies. And for right now, it's localized just with the kids genre, but I imagine Netflix, with their track record of knowing what audiences want, probably will expand it beyond just the kids. So I want to know, is this further proof that movies, as we've known them, are in trouble? And Amanda, we're going to kick it off to you.
So I wasted all of my research ahead of time on Planet of the Apes. I don't know. I don't think we should expect the movie genre to really stay the same. I think that having entertainment be more interactive is probably a good thing, especially for children. Like, I would much rather have the kid actively engaged in whatever they're doing, more like a video game, than passively being entertained. I don't really have much to add. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting. All right, so I guess I can just stop your clock then.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Kyle, let's go.
No, definitely not. It's not any more indication that they're in trouble than 3D movies are an indication that they're in trouble. It's just another gimmick. It's just another way to present stories. You know what I mean? It's all just variations on how to tell stories in a visual way. So why on earth would adding this one neat new little feature, this one thing, be in any way indicative that there was a problem overall with the entire, what is the word I'm looking for? Medium? It's just a little bizarre to me that that's even a potential answer here. So I guess that's that.
Well, you got 10 seconds. I'm not starting it over for 10 seconds. We have to wait.
Well, all right.
We have to wait the clock out now.
Well, all right then.
Good improv. Good improv. Jamil?
Well, I can't see my clock. Anyway, I just feel look. If it just stays to the kids, that's fine. But since I've thought about this and how bad this could be, like, you know, what happened if all movies become like this? Which they probably won't. But like, could you imagine if like Goodfellas had multiple endings, or Godfather had multiple endings? It could very well be because of the time that we live in. This could become a thing. I know. Was it TiVo or AT&T was thinking about running shows at 1.5 times the speed because people don't have enough time to watch a whole show at regular speed?
God damn.
So don't think that this may not be a thing, but like, what does it mean for the art form if all of a sudden the audience can choose what ending they want instead of what the artists want?
Yeah,
but it probably won't get that far, and it's probably nothing.
Well, I don't know. I think this is another step of showing that video games are potentially more of a threat to movies than anybody even realizes.
It killed comic books, so yeah.
Right. I think it's just interactivity. It's just. What do you think? What?
No, that was a good. That was me thinking. Hey, my side of things is cleaning up, isn't it?
How so?
I'm a gamer, man. I'm a gamer first and foremost, and I freaking love games. And I was just, like, if we see that interactivity is sort of winning the day, then I'm just kind of like, hey, I picked the right.
You picked the right. You picked the right.
I picked the right medium to be really obsessed with. I mean, I'm into all of it, but No,
I understand. Yeah, no, I really do think this is proof that. If this is what kids are going to get raised on, this is what they're going to want to keep doing. They're not going to want to sit back in the theater and watch a movie passively.
That fucking scares the shit out of me.
That's an interesting. I hadn't thought of it that way.
That's just how I see it. Anybody else want to disagree?
No, I mean AMC. I know AMC toyed with the idea of having second screenings, as in you can have your phone or your iPad out while you watch a movie, which I think is just the fucking devil, and they should be burnt down for even suggesting that bullshit. But that might be the future. That might just be the
I don't know. People reacted really strongly against them, and then they went, no, okay, never mind.
They did.
Yeah, because you know why? The people that would appeal to aren't grown up yet.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Like
shit,
it's old folks like us that complain.
Damn you for reproducing.
All right, yeah, no, I definitely think it's a weird time. Yeah, honest to God, Kyle, you're not wrong. Video games do have right now, especially have a leg up on a lot of movies. I can't remember feeling such intense emotions that in a movie that I feel when I'm playing something like Battlegrounds. It's just crazy. So, all right. Movies are over. Let's all panic and go to topic 3.
Yeah. Well, video games are not art.
Damn it, Jimmy!
Oh my God.
He only said it because I'm here and we all know it.
We can stop and go back. Video games are not art.
He only said it to piss me
off.
off.
I was just joking. Don't fucking jump on me, please. It was just a joke.
It's if you need to message Jamil. If you need to message Jamil, you go over to the Jack Random Podcast on Facebook, and so you can message him over there. All right.
You work together, you son of a bitch. I'm not about to let you fucking get away with that shit. All right.
All right. Topic 3.
Hate mail.
We can just let them go. Topic 3. Much to the chagrin of film snobs, the Criterion Collection is going to add Con Air to its prestigious library of films that include The Rock and Armageddon. So, just in general, I want to know, since Con Air's out there and it's apparently a classic, what is Nicolas Cage's best performance or best movie? I guess I should say. Kyle, go.
Face Off. I fucking love Face Off.
Face Off rules.
It is the exact right kind of completely and utterly ridiculous. That is what I want out of Nicolas Cage. I want him to be being bat crap crazy in a bat crap crazy premise in a movie that barely even functions, but is just a fucking blast from minute 1 to the end. That's all I want out of him. Everything else can go away. I'm not looking for much from the guy. So I'm just. Why am I so succinct on this show? Why am I fast on here and it takes me 45 minutes to get out a fucking sentence on my own damn show? What the hell? This is the one with the timer.
Yeah.
I need to fill a minute.
Does Jack scare you?
No.
Does he intimidate you?
No, not at all. Jack's wonderfully terrifying, but that's not.
You're out of time. Amanda, best Nick Cage.
Okay, so first of all, The Wicker Man. But then I'm gonna take my remaining time to do a little math lesson.
Uh-oh.
Nicolas Cage is a really great practical example of when you should use Bayesian analysis. Because if the question is Nicolas Cage a good actor overall, you would average all his movies together and you'd say, yeah, his early ones kind of offset some of the stupid ones later. But if the question was, do you want to see the next Nicolas Cage movie, you need to weight the more recent ones more heavily, give them more credibility, and your answer might be no. So I always go to Nicolas Cage movies as the best example for a practical application of Bayesian analysis and credibility. So if you, How to Get Burned.
Yes.
Bees.
Jamil.
Well, Kyle took my fucking answer. Thanks, Kyle. That's literally Face Off.
And then took the second answer, right?
Yeah.
Valley Girl's still available for you to choose.
No. If I'm going to choose, since I can't choose the one I want to, I'm gonna go with the with the movie that where we really knew that he knew how to act. Leaving Las Vegas. I think he's wonderful in that movie. The reason he wins the Oscar because it's his brand of crazy, and somehow that director got him to channel that crazy into a really great performance. So since I can't pick Face Off, Leaving Las Vegas.
You got 10 seconds.
Fuck you, Kyle.
You got 10 seconds.
Damn it, Kyle. I literally had that answer as soon as it came up and you fucking take it. I should have known.
Me too. It's written down. I can prove it.
Interesting answers, but come on. Okay. In 2011, Nicolas Cage made Drive Angry and Ghost Rider 2. Both of those movies are fucking amazing. Amazing. Drive Angry is the greatest midnight movie that we've seen in 20 years.
I'll give you Drive Angry. I liked Drive Angry.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider 2 is an abomination that needs to be purged from this earth.
Yes.
Better than Ghost Rider 1.
Yeah, it is better than Ghost Rider 1.
That's not hard.
I'm writing these down because
I
haven't seen either of the Ghost Riders.
Oh.
Oh dear, they're
Yeah, so I know I survived Transformers last weekend, so I think I can do this.
You might be okay then. Yeah.
Well,
Where were robot dragons? Come on, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, there you go.
I haven't.
For shit.
Spoilers. Robot dragons.
You know,
Now you don't have to go see it.
You know, on this show, certain people give Josh Whedon a lot of shit, but like Transformers movies, I'm not gonna say any names, but I think they're just wildly inconsistent. But I won't say who.
You want to throw down. Michael Bay does not make boring movies. Michael Bay is not boring.
Yes, the fuck. Look, you know what? Michael Bay can make the giant robots beating the shit out of each other boring and just want to leave the
You're out of your mind,
3
man.
fucking hours of that bullshit of shit that's not even funny. Those movies
the
are
47th explosion. It's not even an explosion anymore. It's just the air.
That's not even. You say it's not even funny. That really boils down to the Joss Whedon fanboy in you right there. I didn't even laugh at the quips. Is that it? Is that what you're saying?
Look, when you have a robot humping Megan Fox's leg and they're like, oh, this is adorable, and you just like, yeah, this is so fucking funny. He has the sense of humor of a 5-year-old.
And audiences love it.
He gave a Transformer balls, for Christ's sakes. Literal testicles.
I didn't see
He
that one.
picked two racial
It's
characters
not a good thing.
of black people that looks like monkeys and gold teeth and thought that shit was funny. Fuck you, Michael Bay. Fuck you. You can go suck a dick. I'm sorry. That wasn't even the topic. That wasn't even the topic. I apologize.
That's fine. We're only 20 minutes in. This has been a lightning fast episode. I was really counting on Kyle to be.
I was succinct
Where's all these
today.
notes?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Go to the notebook. You must be missing something.
They're
Yeah.
succinct notes.
Did you miss a page in your notebook anywhere?
No, it was just really easy answers this time. There just wasn't a lot to say.
Well, you guys had easy answers, but I wouldn't necessarily say you guys hit the right answers most of the time. That was my problem.
I was prepared to talk about Dirty Dancing if you needed a more conventional romance.
Yeah, we can go to topic one. Dirty
Well,
Dancing.
because I figured you invited me because you wanted an actual romance to show up in the discussion somewhere.
Well, I mean, you told me you were going to do Q and Picard in chat, so.
Oh, man. That humble shit.
Oh, I love it.
No, actually, while I was thinking about the whole problem, I realized that maybe the reason women try to ship male characters together all the time is just because we don't have as many good female characters. And it's like, well, fuck, if there was a woman on the show, I wouldn't have to imagine Sherlock and Watson doing each other. That's another reason why we need like ensemble casts and things, so that I don't have to put all of my hopes and dreams and wishes in like one basket, in one boring basket with incredibly chiseled cheekbones.
Amanda, you don't ship like Spock and Kirk, do you, in the new Star Trek movies? You don't do that, do you?
I don't really ship anybody with
thank
anybody except me.
It's Amanda and Spock, yeah.
Like I don't quite like that's like some next level shit. Like, would I have to imagine that I'm Kirk with Spock, or like that's just too complicated? Like, why? Yeah. So I don't quite. That's the part where like I'll go hang out at the comic book store, and then suddenly fan fiction, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna back up a little bit because we have reached the boundary where I no longer like intuitively understand what's going on.
Man, shipping is such a weird fucking thing. Like, I just don't get it. Cause if a dude was to just put two chicks together all the damn time, like no matter what, no matter the circumstances, there would be so much shit. But like, man,
like Joss Whedon.
People.
At least that means there's two women in the movie or whatever.
Well, yeah, good point.
Maybe that's why we can't have two women in the same movie.
Well, you know what though? That's a problem to me too. That like, if it is two women, everybody think it's some lesbian subtext. Like, it doesn't have to be. They could just be friends. Like, Thelma and Louise can just be friends.
People are assuming that guys are gay more quickly in movies than women are gay.
Well, that's because there's a lot more movies with two guys.
Yeah.
You're just playing the numbers
Easy.
game?
Yeah.
Anytime.
I think I have to. Yeah,
So, like, all the people that were mad that Bucky and Cap didn't hook up, that was just numbers.
Oh no! Well, yeah, but they're silly that they're mad about it. But if they want them to, enjoy, dude. Whatever.
Okay, so
whatever you like.
I would like to go back and erase my indifference about choose your own ending movies because I don't want my movie resources wasted on like on that ending. No, on the happy ending.
Me and Kyle talk about this all the time. Where like with that whole Bucky and Cap thing, it was literally
wait. You and Kyle talk about Bucky and Cap all the time.
Yeah.
No. Yep.
No.
Okay.
It's late night phone conversations when they're both in bed. Yeah.
No. It's just like both sides of that argument, like both sides, like on the hateful side and the more liberal side are making the same argument. just for different reasons. You got the right side, like, oh, those two dudes, they really like each other. They must be gay. Ha ha ha. Then you got the other side, like, oh, they really like each other. They must be gay. Like it's literally the same fucking. It's literally two different sets of people saying the same thing for different reasons on why they're gay.
That's the most interesting horseshoe argument I've ever heard.
It's really weird.
Yeah, it's really.
Look at that. Look at the way Captain America fight for Bucky. They must be queer. Like, you know,
that's what I'm
so
saying
weird
to Kyle, but Kyle says it's numbers. It's just raw numbers.
No, I'm talking about the right wing side. I'm talking about the more hateful side. Like the more hateful and liberal side are making the same argument about their relationship. It's just one is for it and one is not for it.
Yeah, that's the horseshoe theory. Yeah.
To me, it's just like, why can't they just be friends? Because I got friends that, like, I would gladly beat somebody up for. Don't mean we having sex.
I got a couple of guys I would go Bucky for or Cap for, depending on the perspective of the current situation.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might want to be very specific there.
Yeah, no, either, get my arm cut off and frozen, or not that. Okay.
I actually had one of these conversations with somebody, and my
this
argument
is why I have notes.
My argument has always been, if you and your best friend inexplicably find each other in the 21st century after being born in 1930, you might be friends for a long time. You might want to hang on to that friend, because you wake up 80 years later, like, hey, you still here? Like, yeah, that's gonna be your best friend no matter what.
Yep.
Agreed.
Good point. All right, so it's about time to wrap this episode up. I guess we're just wrapping it up here on the YouTube side. I'll get to that in a second. Next week on this channel, we're going to do a retro review of Rocky IV. I know Dan scheduled it for the 4th of July. Boy, he's going to be surprised when no one shows up.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
Dan, yeah, I know. Well, Dan hates America. Let's just be honest. No, I'm just kidding. That's Marty. So, Jamil, Kyle, you guys did a podcast today.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we recorded a new episode. That's twice in 2 weeks, guys. We're on some kind of fucking roll here.
Wow.
That's twice in 2 weeks.
Kyle, you're going to jinx. Kyle, you're going to jinx it, because the show we have to do is next week.
Yes, we
just pray that we do it.
Yep.
All right. Amanda, you've been too busy to get any writing done, right?
Yeah, I don't do anything.
Yeah, that's cool. I want to give you an opportunity to pimp whatever you're doing.
I mean, I curate photographs of walls on Instagram.
There you go.
If you want to call me a nerd.
Nerd.
More than I do.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to wrap up the YouTube side of this. Next up, we are actually going to shoot over to Facebook live. Supposedly, we'll see how that works out. And we're going to do our bonus question. For those of you that haven't visited our Facebook page, it's facebook.com/moviesandstuffshow. So we're going to be over there doing the bonus topic about Ron Howard and Star Wars. Ooh. Yeah, how fun is that going to be? Yeah. All right, everybody. See you later.